According to the New York Post, 48% of Americans say the number of fitness regimens, routines, workouts, and classes were daunting. I know with all the information on fitness that it can be overwhelming to the newcomers who just want some simple exercises to start out with to get the progress they desire. It can be really hard to choose when you're getting advice left and right from different sources telling you contradicting information about what workouts, routines, or classes to take at your gym to get the physique you're looking for. I often see plenty of gym goers who are there consistently but focus on the wrong workouts to get the results they want due to this widespread amount of guidance on what to do in the gym and wonder why they aren't seeing any progress. Welcome back to Triple P, or Pushing Past the Precipice, where we help you break through to your next level in your fitness journey, and here are 7 exercises that you guys should do to get jacked. Number 1, bench press. One of the staples in your workout routine should be a variation of the bench press. Some prefer doing flat bench press or incline bench press, and some prefer using dumbbells or barbells, and I will explain some of the differences between both. The flat bench press works out your chest and triceps and some shoulders primarily throughout the workout, while the incline bench press places more of an emphasis on your shoulders as you're on an incline when performing this, and this will reduce the effort or energy required from your triceps comparatively. I typically do incline bench press personally because I like the emphasis it has on your upper chest and shoulders more, and it allows me to focus on working on my triceps through other exercises, but both are great options for those starting out. Difference between performing the bench press with either barbell or dumbbells depends on what you're looking for. With a barbell bench press, you can lift significantly more weight than you can with dumbbells, which leads to greater strength gains as you increase the load substantially more with it. One of the major disadvantages with the barbell bench press is that it can lead to muscle imbalance in the arms, as the stronger arm may take over during execution as you increase the weight, which is something to be wary of. Dumbbells, the primary benefit is that it helps with making sure your arms are putting in the same amount of work on each side, creating symmetry in your muscles. Also, dumbbells will promote more growth in muscle mass and size as opposed to pure strength. My advice would be to switch up dumbbells and barbells every couple months or so to keep your muscles in a state of growth and strength as you alternate between the two. Number 2, deadlifts. Deadlifts are one of the most powerful exercises you can do for your posterior chain or the back side of your body. Deadlifts will work out your hamstrings, glutes, back, and core primarily. Deadlifts are an exercise that allows you to put a very heavy load on your body, which will promote muscle growth and strength throughout the body with its ability to affect so many areas. They are very effective in promoting functional strength due to the activation of many lower body muscles and the full body motion that takes place when you perform the exercise. Also, it is a great exercise for your posture by keeping your shoulders, spine, and hips in alignment with the lower back emphasis it has. Another great benefit will be increasing your grip strength, as it will require more and more grip strength as you increase the weight. This grip strength will be great to develop for many of the other workouts that you will perform to make sure you're able to complete a rep because you can hold on for long enough. There are variations of the deadlift that can be performed that will have some differences, so I will go over a few of the most common. One variation from a traditional deadlift would be the sumo deadlift. The sumo deadlift variation has you adopt a much wider stance with your feet turned 45 degrees or more outward. This results in increased activation of the inner thigh muscles, which can provide some athletes with greater leverage. Another variation of the traditional deadlift that I have used in the past as part of my regimen is the Romanian deadlift. Romanian deadlifts start out by having you maintain a slight bend in your knee as you hinge forward at your waist, compared with a more aggressive bend found in a traditional deadlift. This results in more emphasis on your glutes and hamstrings and less emphasis on your quadriceps. As mentioned with the variation of the bench press, you should alternate between variations every couple months or so for maximum muscle and not only for your body to get comfortable with only one method. Number 3, squats. Squats will round out our core 3 load-intensive compound exercises that will be performed. Squats are a dynamic full body movement that use several muscles in your upper body and lower body to be completed, with an emphasis on your lower body significantly more. Squats primarily work out your quadriceps, gluteus maximus, hamstrings, hips, and calves. In addition to squats working out the lower body, it also hits your core muscles throughout the movement. This includes your main core, also known as your six-pack, as well as your obliques, as well to stabilize yourself. Some common variations of squats to target different body parts are the back squat, front squat, and Bulgarian split squat. The back squat takes the traditional squat motion and adds a weight to your shoulder with a barbell. This will often be the most common type of squat you will see performed in the gym by lifters. It changes every muscle in your leg with a great weight load, making it the greatest squat variation for building strength as it requires the upper body to stabilize and protect your spine. The front squat can be a great way to alternate away from the back squat that puts a lot of stress on your lower back. Since the weight is now in front of you instead of behind, it challenges your upper back and core significantly more. It requires a lot more stability and forces you to be upright, which recruits a lot of strength from your core muscles. The front squat doesn't allow you to put the same amount of weight compared to a back squat, so there is a greater emphasis on focusing on a proper technique. The last variation of the squat that you should mix it up with is the Bulgarian split squat. You perform this by elevating one leg on the bench, which creates instability and increases the range of motion for the exercise. Due to this, the Bulgarian split squat forces you to balance, which targets some of the smaller stabilizing muscles in your hips and quads. With the extended range of motion with this type of squat, it increases the stretching of your leg muscles that enhances your mobility and tension placed on the glutes, hamstrings, and quads. This will be a tough workout due to the nature of you being on one leg, but it helps minimize any muscle imbalances in the legs that you have. I would suggest performing this without any dumbbells at first to get the proper technique down, as it is definitely more of an intermediate level exercise. If you have a love-hate relationship with Bulgarian split squats or squats in general as much as I do, hit the like button and leave a comment below about your relationship with this workout. Number 4, dips. Now to add some bodyweight exercises, we're going to start by going over dips. What I love about dips is that you can perform them with chairs, 2 parallel bars, or on a bench, making it a workout that can be done in a wide variety of places outside the gym. Dips are also known as the upper body squat, with the explosive movement of pushing your body up. Dips strengthen your chest, shoulders, triceps, core, and grip muscles, as it requires a lot of stability to perform. It will help develop major relative upper body strength, muscle growth in your triceps, and will help you with increasing your bench due to these factors. There are some variations of doing dips that will either emphasize the chest more and tricep more by the way you position your body. Regardless of the variation of chest or tricep dips you choose, you should add weight once you are able to complete a few sets of 8 to 10 reps of dips. Weighted dips are really helpful in terms of building new muscle and strength, as you are now responsible for more than your own body weight, making it significantly harder. Don't worry if you aren't able to do as many reps as with unweighted ones, as this is going to be crucial in building major strength and muscle that regular dips can't. If your gym doesn't have a weight belt you can use for dips, you can either hold a weight between your feet or go out and buy one for yourself if you are serious about adding this to your workout regimen. Number 5. Pull-ups and chin-ups. Next in our bodyweight category is going to be pull-ups and chin-ups. Pull-ups and chin-ups are some of the most effective upper body exercises you can do no matter the circumstances. Both have some slight differences in how muscles are worked, so let's start off with pull-ups. Pull-ups are done with your palms facing outward and have a greater focus on your upper back compared to chin-ups, where the upper back is still targeted, but there is a greater emphasis on your biceps with the supinated grip that is used to execute the exercise. Because of the grip of the pull-up compared to the chin-up, it is more demanding on your shoulders in terms of mobility and stability. Both of these workouts are going to work on your grip strength and core considerably as well, which will be transferable to all workouts mentioned already throughout this video. There are plenty of variations of pull-ups and chin-ups that you guys can go through on your own as you begin to get used to just the regular version of them. But I will focus you guys on doing the same as the dips and adding weight to the workout once you're able to do 8 to 10 reps in a set for each exercise. Similarly to the dips, you shouldn't worry if you aren't able to do as many reps as you increase the weight. The extra weight for these workouts is going to develop a killer back with the muscular overload that takes place with the added weight plus your own body weight. You'll be recruiting new muscle fibers in your body that you couldn't have before with just your own body weight. As well as the overload on your biceps with weighted chin-ups, it will force the muscle to grow larger with the extra emphasis on it. Number 6. Hanging knee raises. The last bodyweight workout that will be introduced as part of the core 7 exercises for building muscle and strength will be hanging knee raises. Hanging knee raises is a staple core workout that targets the lower abs while working out the entire core as well. It also is another workout that is going to help you build your forearms and increase your grip strength. The stability required to maintain proper form and control during the hanging knee raise transfers to other activities and movements, including heavy lifts that require bracing, such as squats or deadlifts. Hanging knee raises are a great exercise to start your core development. As you get comfortable with knee raises, you should continue to progress until you can do hanging leg raises, which are considerably more difficult. After that, you can progress to doing windshield wipers at the top of those hanging leg raises. By the time you're doing hanging leg raises, you should have a very strong core. Number 7. Overhead press. The last exercise that will be introduced here to build muscle and strength is one of my favorites. To me, it is known as the king of all upper body workouts, and that is the overhead press. This exercise requires the most upper body strength out of all the previously mentioned upper body workouts, as you push a barbell above your head and must stabilize your body, or else this can be a dangerous one for most. The overhead press is going to be a massive builder of your shoulders, upper back, triceps, and core muscles that are needed for stability. It will also go a long way in improving your bench, as both exercises work out many similar muscles but to varying degrees. This is definitely a workout you should start out with a low weight. As I mentioned before, it is the king of all upper body workouts and doesn't require that much weight to be very effective, as you will see shortly when you perform it yourself. Also, this helps considerably with getting the form for this exercise down, as you will want to make sure you have a good stance that is a shoulder width apart when you follow through, that your body is correctly aligned when doing so. Now, these aren't the only exercises you guys should do when creating your own workout regimen, but this provides you with a good basis of several compound movements that you can increase the weight up, as well as build relative body weight strength at the same time. Also, you can play around with different variations as you become a more advanced lifter. You will notice that many of these exercises complement each other and help increase your strength. Hope you guys learned a lot from today's video, and please subscribe below if you wish to continue to get knowledge about fitness and nutrition as you push past your precipice.